You're back. This is Buzz Chomp, home of fitness and entertainment. We're talking The Mandalorian, episode 3, The Heiress. I'm Mandy, and this is all about the religious fanatic. Bombs were dropped this episode, and Mandalorian learned that he is a religious fanatic. He thinks he knows the way, but he really does not know the way at all. Mando successfully gets Frog Lady to track and meets her husband. Woo, woo, woo. They're so thankful that they send them to the Quarren, a fishing group and a fishing vessel that will help them be able to find more Mandalorian. Oh. It's a trap. This season, all we've learned that Mando doesn't know much about anything. He thinks this is the way. He's a bounty hunter. He's a really great bounty hunter, but he knows nothing. The first section of this episode is a trap. The Quarren want Mando's armor. They're going to feed Baby Yoda to their big squid-looking thing. And what happens? We're introduced to new characters. We're introduced to new Mandalorians. Bo-Katan. This name doesn't mean much to me, but I've done the research, so now it does. And it's our Mandalorian played by Kate Sackhoff, and she played this characters in the animated series. So she is big into the Mandalorian lore and the history, and she's a big character. With our new Mandalorians, Bo-Katan and her sidekicks, one of them is the WWE wrestler that was focused on in the trailer, so she's one of them too. Through Bo-Katan, we learn more about the Mandalorian history, and we learn that Mando is part of a Child of the Watch, a religious fanatic group. That's why they do not take off their helmets, but he learned nothing else about the history of the Mandalorians, only about his own history. So that's why he's so put off when Mandalorians take off their helmet. It's like, no, that's not what we do. But no, that's just what his sect does. He accuses Bo-Katan of stealing her armor, but she is not. She is the leader of the Mandalorian, and this armor has been in her family for years. She saves Mando, and Mando kind of like casts her aside. Mando knows nothing. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know the real way. He does not. And he is a religious fanatic. And I have a feeling as he's learning more and more, and that Bo-Katan is going to be back, maybe we'll get Mando without his helmet on. I'm hoping. Not only does Mando get into one trap, he gets into two traps by the same group of people, the Quarren, the fishermen. So this one guy is mad that Mando killed his brother. Well, Mando didn't really kill his brother. Bo-Katan and her guys killed his brother. So who shows up again? They show up again and save Mando. Not just, they had just saved them like the scene before, and she's back again, saving Mando. Now Mando owes her. She asks Mando to help her with a mission, and then she will tell Mando where the Jedi are and where she can find them. So he's gonna do it. Of course he's gonna do it. Then we see that Mando leaves Baby Yoda with the Frog Lady and the Frog Husband and the frog eggs. Let's take a moment with these frog eggs. I didn't necessarily dig that Baby Yoda ate all those frog eggs last time. It was a running joke. It made me laugh. I just was like, no, don't do it, because I wanted Frog Lady to reunite with her husband. And I wanted him to fertilize those eggs, and I wanted them to hatch, and I wanted their species to go along. Yay. Well, that's what happened this episode. And we see with Baby Yoda, with the Frog Lady and the Frog Man and the baby eggs, that he's bonding with them and all of that. So yay, Baby Yoda redeemed. You're redeemed. Woo! Okay. We got that back out of the way. Now back to our religious fanatic here. Bo-Katan didn't actually tell Mando exactly what she wanted to do completely. She wants to take this ship, take the weapons, because they're going to use the weapons, because what does she want? She wants her dark saber back. Who has her dark saber? Moff Gideon. Bo-Katan's enemy is Moff Gideon. Mando's enemy is Moff Gideon, because Moff Gideon wants the child. He wants Baby Yoda. And that was the big enemy in season 1, and we've said it along, it's going to be the big enemy in season 2. So now we have our Mando fighters, Bo-Katan, we have our non-religious sect, we have Mando learning about the Mandalorian. Obviously, they're going to team up. He didn't necessarily like it the way Bo-Katan kind of forced his hand into this whole thing, but he's a Mandalorian, he took a code, he did it anyway, he helped them. Woo, yay! Even though Mando definitely feels slighted, definitely feels trapped, definitely does not like the way Bo-Katan controlled him in this situation, she does keep her end of the bargain, and at the end, she tells him where he can find the Jedi on a planet called Carvis. So that's obviously off where Mando and Baby Yoda are going to go next. However, though, Mando and Baby Yoda keep getting sucked back into this war, sucked back into this, and now Mandalorian knows more about his people. He knows that there's more of a group of people. He knows that there's these Mandalorians that don't wear helmets. He knows that there's more of them. He knows that they're off to fight Moff Gideon, that they're going to try to reunite their planet. I love that Mando is part of the Child of the Watch, and they are a religious group, hence them not taking off their helmets, hence them living underground, hence them being so guarded. I didn't know much about this Mandalorian, the group of people. I've learned more and more as this show has gone on, and I just love. This episode was written by Jon Favreau. It was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard. She directed one of the episodes last season. I love that she's directing this, that she came back again. I loved the feel of this episode. I loved the vibe. I loved everything that it broke down for us and showed us and gave us more insight and history into the Mandalorian's way. Mando's gonna come to a crossroads. Who does he align with? What more information does he figure out? Does he take his helmet off? Does he give up his way? Because even at the end, when Bo-Katan gives him the info and when he leaves, she says, "This is the way." And he says, "This is the way." I'm Mandy. Subscribe to Buzz Jump for more of our Mandalorian and share with me what you think of episode 3. Yeah, kids. Yeah.